This is my number one tip on being both more attractive and more magnetic. It is this: listen. Just listen. And this is true for both relationships with men or women or whomever, romantic relationships. This is true for familial relationships with your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, whomever. This is true within the workplace. This is true within the streets. You're running, I have no idea. People love when people listen to them because people are so used to people just chomping at the bit to say their piece. So, not only listen, but if you can even just add a couple seconds after that person is done talking, for it to just kind of soak in the air, to let that couple of seconds of silence really resonate, not only will they be surprised, they'll be like, wait, they gave me space. They actually they gave me space to talk. That never happens. I feel so seen and heard. Wow, they're so special. Something is different here. That's so rare. Yeah, it is. It's attractive. And like I said, it's very magnetic. Now, this is twofold. So, most people listen with the intent of sharing their piece. But if you just listen to listen, beautiful. Now, what do you do after you're done listening? Well, this is the real kicker. So, if you're a great listener on its own, you're already going to stand out from the crowd. But if you can listen without telling that other person what to do, especially a man, ladies, if you can listen and not just immediately follow up with a piece of advice, you are going to look like a freaking supermodel amongst a bunch of peasants. Because I promise you, so many of us, especially females, we are so used to wanting to be problem solvers. It's very masculine energy. And men love to solve problems. But you know what they don't love? They don't love when their woman is trying to solve that problem for them. So obviously, I'm talking about relationships in that little scenario, but it extends much further. Do you like to be told what to do? Do you particularly enjoy unsolicited advice? Do you? Like, straight up question. Because I have to be honest here, I never realized how much I hated it until my mom does it to me all the time. And then I'm like, okay, wait, I did this. I did this. So I stopped. I very much have been applying my own technique. And now, before I even give any advice ever, I very much try to ask if it's even an appropriate time to do so. So I listen and then I hear all of these things. And then at some point, if I do honestly believe it's a good time to offer something, or if they ask if I have any advice on it, that's an open in. But if I feel particularly as though I can help in a non-intrusive way, I will ask. I would say, would you like to hear my opinion on this? Or is this something that you feel more comfortable just doing your own way? And if they are open to it, then I'll say my piece. But even then, sometimes I just keep it in because, you know, sometimes people just want to talk. They just want to talk, especially us women. We vent. We we just want to feel heard and seen. And in friendships, especially us girls, we just need to chat to let go of all of the drama and all of the craziness going on. We just need a girlfriend to just chit chat with, to hear us. We don't need a ton of advice. It's nice to be heard. So those are friendship relationships. Back to men in dating relationships. Men want to solve their own problems. So they are probably not used to venting or talking very much. So if they feel heard, that's a very attractive trait. And then if you simply just hear them rather than jumping down their throat and telling them how you would handle the situation, and still give them the leeway to be a man and to be in their masculine energy and solve their own problems, and simply listen to whatever they told you and say, I am so confident in you as a man. You've got this. So that is support versus advice. Which one do you think is more attractive? I would say support, because you have faith in them. You have faith that they can be a man, solve their own problems, and you get to be the woman and just let them be. And supportive. Love you, babe. You got this. So, those are just really quick ideas. And honestly, my best tips on being more attractive and magnetic very, very quickly with very, very minimal effort. And it's so funny because we're so tuned and trained to jump in and want to state our piece after we're done, quote unquote, listening. And we're so tuned to wanting to jump in and give advice that practicing these two things will definitely help retrain your brain away from our natural habits. And then it will become less forced, because I promise you, it's so hard. Like, you'll have to think about it for a while, but then at some point, you'll kind of just be able to truly sit back and take in what the other person is saying without having to give your little 2 cents. And again, remember that being a supportive friend is one of the best things that you can ever do for someone, because just knowing that somebody is there versus having to be so solutions oriented, just hearing a kind word is sometimes what a real friendship is and what it really needs. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for some of you, and I love you. And these are just kind of funny topics that you wouldn't necessarily associate with dating tips, because I know sometimes you just want like the cutesy ones, but these are things that will really change your life. Like I said, not just with dating, but with friendships and workplace and pretty much everywhere in life where you can be a more highly vibrational person that people really, really want to be around. Very exciting. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And if there are any topics that you ever want me to cover, please go ahead and drop them in the comments.